Paul, I have to start and say congratulations on winning the Elite League at the first attempt with Sheffield.
Yeah, it's been a battle the last 6 weeks especially. But we crossed the line last week in 5, but we have to park that now, Rob. And we got a Coventry Blaze team to face today and tomorrow, back home tomorrow, and we know it's going to be a tight series.
You faced some adversity this season, especially with the goaltending situation, which wasn't ideal for you. Has this been one of the biggest challenges in your hockey career?
No, I don't think so. I think it's I think every season you go out to win, and every time you win, it's a huge challenge. And I'm lucky enough to have won it 5 times, and But if you believe in your group and you trust your group, and we've had adversity. A lot of clubs have adversity throughout the year, and but we played with a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure in Sheffield. It's different to other clubs because it's a lot bigger and the expectancy is way higher. So, but we kept together. We didn't let the pressure get to us. We focused on what we needed to do. So I think once it's all over in the summer, you can look back and reflect and say, hey, we did one hell of a job because we stayed in there all season. And people wrote us off a couple of months ago, and that was a stupid thing to do.
What's the biggest difference between the Coventry Blaze, or running the Coventry Blaze, or coaching the Coventry Blaze, and then going into a place like Sheffield, which holds 9,000? A lot of 16 people selling 50-50 tickets, etc. What's the biggest difference?
Well, I think the biggest difference from my point of view is I'm not doing a little bit of everything. I can concentrate on coaching and being the general manager of the Sheffield Steelers for all the team affairs, and that's when I'm at my best, and I'm not being stretched here, there, and everywhere. And it was the case here that you were doing a little bit of everything because that was where the club is. But everything's moved forward now. Chuck doesn't get involved with anything else other than just coaching the team, and. So I mean, a coaching role is the same wherever you are, but obviously the expectancy in Sheffield is as it was here is high, and you're expected to put on a product and bring in the type of players that fans want to pay to watch and win trophies. And luckily we've won the biggest one.
Tonight's game, it's the first time in many weeks, I think, that you get chance to leave an import out, but you have to leave an import out. Who will it be tonight?
Zach Fitzgerald will sit out tonight. So Freta comes back into the lineup for the first time in months. So we're glad to see him back. He's been practicing hard the last 3 weeks. We have 4 blocks offensively now, and we're going to be looking to use them over the next 6 periods of hockey.
And Freta's a huge player for Sheffield Steelers, isn't he?
Yeah, he's as talented as they come. But you don't see the talent when he's sitting in the stands, but he's worked his backside off every day in the gym, and it's been such a frustrating point for him. And when he's down there, and you can see he's excited about being back in the lineup, and he wants to contribute for his team. And so we'll get him back in today, and we're glad he's back in today.
How do you expect the next 2 games to pan out? Do you see a tight game tonight, or obviously you want to go back to Sheffield with 2 or 3 goals lead? Do you think that could happen?
I don't know. I mean, I think it will be a tight series. I just heard you, Simsy, on the back end talking to you there, and I'd like to go back with a 3 or 4 goal lead, but we're coming here to try and win a hockey game, and you can sometimes get carried away with the aggregate scores and everything else that goes with it. We've been playing playoff hockey for the last 6 weeks now, and that's the reason we retained the title, because the pressure was on us all the time. So, but I don't want that pressure and that expectancy to fall. I want that to still be there, and it has to be there tonight.
Thanks, Paul.